Australia will give its bases to French warships to take care of Chinese aggression in the Indo-Pacific. The Chinese aggression in the Indo-Pacific has become more pronounced in the last couple of years. Xi Jinping has changed his language from proposing the Pacific Ocean to be large enough to accommodate both the US and China to now aggressively and brutally taking over the South China Sea, setting up strategic alliances with small island nations and eating up the influence zones of both the US and Australia. These actions have prompted the regional powers to take stringent measures to contain China. And in line with this, Australia will give its bases to French warships to take care of Chinese aggression in the Indo-Pacific. Under a proposal being negotiated by France and Australia, French warships and troops will assure access to Australian naval bases and military sites, as the federal government prepares to lock in the next stage of its $90 billion future submarine program in the coming week. According to the Sydney Morning Herald and The Age, Australia and France have begun talks to considerably improve military cooperation and boosting interoperability between their forces. Additionally, with Australia's help, France will fortify its territories in the Indo-Pacific region that are under Chinese threat, such as New Caledonia and French Polynesia. The New Caledonia tussle between France and China dates back to 2018. At that time, Macron had visited New Caledonia ahead of the island's first independence referendum. On the same trip, the French president took a stop in Australia, where he pointed out the need for a Paris-Delhi-Canberra axis while adding that it was absolutely key for the region and our joint objectives in the Indo-Pacific. Late last month, Jean-Yves Le Drian, Minister of Europe and Foreign Affairs, and Florence Parly, Minister of the Armed Forces, held a joint discussion in the 2+2 format by videoconference with their Australian counterparts, Maurice Payne and Peter Dutton. The ministers discussed the combined strategic analysis of the Indo-Pacific environment, and France expressed its desire to work with Australia to achieve an open Indo-Pacific region based on state sovereignty and international law, particularly freedom of navigation.